I think that's it, yeah. Testing, welcome. Okay, cool. So today we're going to do an updated Maraudon kind of speed guide for the 2-boss run, as well as a 3-boss with mushroom pack picking. And then after that, we're going to head over to Sunken Temple, and we're going to do the 2 Drake bosses that you could solo as a warlock with fairly decent gear. And that will allow you to basically farm out your offhand for your Drake Stone of Shadow Wrath, which is basically best in slot till PvP will come out. You might have seen some of the Apes guys, one of the Apes warlocks farming it out on his and got over 600 plus runs, so it's not so big on return as far as cash value, so you're missing out on a lot of gold farming. And for those who already have a two-hander, like a Staff of Dominance, you might have just already skipped the whole find an offhand kind of situation. Now, obviously, the Ungoro quest reward, Lincoln's Aqua Essence or Aqua Quintessence or whatever, is fairly decent. But if you want that +7 extra shadow damage, you got to get a Drake Stone of Shadow Wrath from Sunken Temple. So, updated guides are going to be with getting a bank alt and logging out using the AFK, or logging out and using a bank alt to reset the dungeon. So first we need to get our bank alt and invite to guild, or invite him to our group. So ask your guild. Okay, so we got our food and water, we got our swiftness potions, health potions, some scrolls, bit of Okay, so we got some scrolls, some buffs, some foodstuffs, and some light elixirs to make our life a little easier. So this is the advantage when you do it with an alt. Actually, gonna log out quicker in the inn. Alright, so now that you've got a guildie in your group, he needs to invite your bank alt. Now, this is going to do a couple of things. One, this will allow you to keep your buffs up so you don't have to hellfire in between running to back and from the graveyard. Johnson. Alright, so he gives me the group leader, then I log out, go back onto my main, and then after 2 minutes of time, it will pass me lead from the AFK person. And at that point, I basically go do the run, and then we reset it, we log out at the end, reset it by logging onto our bank alt and doing some banking stuff and hitting the auction hall for 2 minutes or so. Then it'll switch us lead on the alt. We reset the instance and then log back over, and then 2 minutes later, as we're doing the run, it should pop back over lead to us, and rinse and repeat. That way you can keep up stuff like Songflower and, you know, have Hang on. We do it live. Someone's inviting me for a Skolo run. Oh my gosh. Okay, gotta type and whisper, everybody. Alright, there we go. And boom, there we are. I am now the group leader. So, this is just going to make your life a little easier. You could do a lot more fun things if you're logging out and not having to lose all your buffs and stuff, including use your soul stone, which just gives you that little extra bit of comfort in case something, you know, a little fuck up happens on Gator or Princess, depending on what run you're doing. So first one we're going to do is the one I've been using before I leveled Herbalism the past 2 days. Actually, it was yesterday and then earlier through this morning, and I got it up to 245, which is what you'll need in order to pick the ghost mushrooms that inhabit the caverns of Moradon. So 245 is the mark you're looking for Herbalism, but if you don't have Herbalism, this is the run you're going to probably want to be doing. Let's come down into here. Oh, you are fucking oh, okay. I was like, I don't have my staff. Oh, I'm in fucking... Oh, okay. That's why. Boom. Can't do it in combat. Alright, so first run. Speed run. 2 boss pool. So this is doable in like 10 minutes. I've gotten my kill on the Goblin in less than a minute or so. And my record for the Princess, as you're about to see, is... I think a minute 00.59. Basically, it took me the exact. I got her down to 1 to Curse of Doom damage range within 1 Curse of Doom tick, and yeah, the Curse of Doom ticked and it killed her at exactly 1 minute fight time. So yeah, pretty proud of that run. A lot of instant. It was 6 Shadow Bolts. And I think 4 of them crit. I think it might have been 9 Shadow Bolts and 6 crit, and I got like 2 instant cast Nightfalls with that. But yeah, like normally, we're gonna just go through here, cut around. Alright, so the only way that you could cut the run time down on this is right to here. Because as soon as you do this next action, it is set amount of time that it's going to take him to run up to the princess's room. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab out our Ayakilrog, and we're going to send him out. So this is 2 boss run if you don't have Herbalism. Send out the eye. Around this corner, do a jump, try not to land. You're going to land in those fucking deep bores and it's going to kill you a couple times. So, if you don't have Herbalism and you can't pick up the ghost mushrooms, which have spiked to a gold 50 per on the low end on my server because you need 10 Shadow Power pots for your Warlock Epic Quest mount, or Epic Mount Quest. So anyways, we pull him with the eye, and from that point right there, it has just enough time left over to... Oh my god. Has just enough time left over to let him aggro, and then swipe at you, and then you just basically run all the way over here. Staff of Dominance. Alright, so, it takes about 3 minutes or so for him to run. These guys, they pat all the way to the wall. So if you can't beat them to the wall and walk around, then just wait for them and then walk through. Next one, you could basically split all of these right down the middle if you want, but I just always walk on the right side of these guys. A little bit more leeway. And then, like I said, you could split the middle on this, but we need to set up over here in this area for the Goblin. He's still on his way. And like I said, it takes a long time. As soon as you engage him, then that's a set amount of time every time. You can't cut that down because he walks at a certain speed. So as soon as he gets to you, he's going to do his Flame Torch maneuver, which gives you a lot of time to get the Voidwalker in to open up. So what we're going to want to do is get the Voidwalker out. And we're just going to go all out. Let's say that you didn't prepare anything. You need a health stone. And a soul stone. Alright, cool. Let's get extra 120 HP for an hour, extra 12 HP regen per hour. We can't eat our food buff, but we can get our scrolls of intellect, stamina, protection, and spirit. And how about an arcane elixir? Because they're cheap as hell and they're like candy.
In just a little bit, I'll announce the first confirmed DJs and 2 of the locations for episode 400 of this radio show.
And then, if you got once you do all of that, you got a decent amount of actual mana regen now and HP regen on top of with the 15 health every 5 with your demon armor, and everything should just go all the way back up. Here's the hitch: if you bandage right now, you're gonna pull aggro off of your pet. Because there's 0 aggro right now on the threat meter. But you can't see that because I haven't clicked on the enemy. But if I were to, it'd be 0 and 0. But if I bandage, it would be around like 400 or 500 for me, no matter how far away I am, because it counts as healing aggro. So, try not to bandage and just let your mana regen, because you literally have a bandage worth of cooldown and another 30-40 seconds after that, as I've come to find. I think it takes them 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes or so to get all the way from top to bottom. And so yeah, if you haven't done any of your buffs, you want to wait till like basically the last minute or so, or if you're reapplying buffs, wait till he gets, there he is. And see, right now there's 0 threat, but if I were to, for say, bandage, boom, see, there's a bit of threat. Now let my Voidwalker grab it. He's using the Dragon Gun, Siphon Life, Corruption, and then get the Immolate up. And then we just hammer him with Shadow Bolts. Then reapply Corruption when it's done, Shadow Trance. And then we give him the Death Coil to heal, and then we start to Drain Tank. Another Shadow Trance, we'll reapply Siphon after that. Get Corruption back up, redrain. Then we already got him down to basically the mark we want. Another Shadow Bolt. Throw out the Immolate. That gets some more HP, and here comes Doom in 3, 2, 1, Shard. Always try to grab a Shard and try not to use your health stone for him. Try not to sacrifice your Void. Another Scroll of Intellect, why not? Give it on the pet so he has more mana. Alright, at this time she should be coming around like this, and you want to drink as quickly. Drink, eat, get your food buff quick as you can. Now remember your potion timer, so if you're planning on using your speed potion, immediately don't use your potion during the fight for the Goblin. And let's see here, your fastest kill is 52 seconds for the Goblin. Now your timer might bug out because your current Tinker down after 4 minutes and 38 seconds, so yeah. It's hard to tell because he walks for 3.5 minutes, but sometimes it'll record the fight. Always have your Barrow of Peasant Collar if you want to make your life a little easier. Alright, start off with Doom, Siphon Life, Corruption. We're waiting for the Dust Field. Gonna life tap, Repulsive Gauge, waiting for the Dust Field, waiting for the Dust Field. Dust Field, pull back the pet. Oh fuck, I'm silenced. I got hit with the boulder hard. Okay, heal the pet, use the bell, ring that bell, folks. Siphon Life, keep it up. Death Coil around the corner. There's the Dust Field, come back out. Use this time to get a couple off. Oh, resist. That's a shame. And then she casts the boulder, line of sight it. She comes around, reapply dots. Life tap once. Boom. Curse of Doom hit. Amplified curse up. Reapply siphon. The pet's hitting her. Gonna boulder. Send the pet back in. Dust field. Time to throw out some bolts. Oh, the pet died and I wasn't able to get the sacrifice off. So that's what you're looking for that. And boom. Prince is down after a minute 29. Not bad. And that is the 2-boss quick run. And as you could see, it took us about... Well, I didn't start a buff at the start of the video, but you can see how quickly that can go. At that point, just kind of life tap to where you're half and half. Drink and eat. And then log out. And then at this point, so that was about 10 minutes or so on the run. You eat and drink at the top, then you log out, and then your bank alt, which you had a friend invite to your group, and then he's left, will now take over. Boom. And so Chachi-san has the group lead, but after 2 minutes it'll swap over to me. I can reset the instance, and then when I log back in on my main, Bob's your uncle. I got all my buffs, I'm at the beginning of the fresh instance, and I haven't done anything. And I'm waiting to time out my lockouts. So you write down your start time on your first run, which was 3:30. Well, 4:30, I guess, because server time difference. But now you just basically play the auction hall for a couple minutes until you Flask of Supreme Powers. Okay, we need to make some crazy money. And so this is going to be the next run's focus, is you level up your herbalism to 245 and you'll be able to get ghost mushrooms, which are selling like crazy. 20 gold. How much money? Oh, I only have 7 gold on me. Shit. Oh, I only have 7 gold on this tune. I have more money on my other guy. Fuck. Oh, I should have sent him some money. Sure to get all your stuff for the Warlock Epic Mount quest. Okay, so here's another thing, if you're watching this in between. Oh my lord. What? 1 stack of 18, 2 stacks, 1 stack of 20 stacks of 1. 10 stacks. Okay. Man, I need to get in on that. Alright, cool. I'll let my bro know. And so now you've been tossed lead. Alright, so with reset instances, actually, okay, making sure I did, but yeah, I didn't, because I'm an idiot. Okay, so if you're not retarded, then you actually right-click. Okay, don't worry though, because my alt, the bank alt is still the group leader because it hasn't been 2 minutes yet. Okay, so this is how we do that. Reset. Maraudon has been reset. Log out, back onto the Warlock. Boom. All our buffs at the beginning of the instance, nice and fresh. So we'll do another 10-minute run just to kind of give a breakdown again of how I do everything. But as soon as you get in, just run straight across. I'll probably post 2 back to back and then cut it and clip it. Then we'll do the 3 boss mushroom pick and run. Then we'll head over to Sunken Temple and do some 2 Drake Stone Orb farm runs. A lot of runs. And again, the Drakestone is only if you don't have your 2-hander all set and are needing or going down the 1-hander path. The Drakestone again is basically going to be best in slot until AV comes out and you farm out the reputation for the reward for that. But even then, it's, you know, more stats than it is damage. Alright, so actually I haven't looked at the actual thing in a while. It might be the same amount of damage. It is a PvP reward after all, but it was one of the first ones to come out. Okay, so you grab your eye, you come all the way down, and you're looking to do 2 bosses as quick as possible because you can't pick ghost mushrooms, which, you know, screw me, right? Skull him. Swipe. And he's coming. And be sure to watch that little edge right there. And then again, if you haven't made it to him already, just let him walk to the corner and then cut through. If you do beat him, you can walk around and then like that, but they have different pat timings depending on if they're the 2 big guys or the 1 big guy with a bunch of small ones. So and again, it is possible to just walk in between all of them. You will not aggro if you're level 60. To prove it, just right in between. But I always just go to the right or left because I need to set up over here anyways. So again, if I cut this or kept this through with the first run, if you're looking to rebuff and stuff, wait about 2 minutes or so and then apply all your stuff to get the maximum amount of time out of it. And just kind of, you know, repop all your potions and scrolls and crap like that that you could get for real cheap. When you get over here, we're going to set up by getting the Voidwalker out, and then our mana regen should get us all the way back up to full without needing to life tap, because our mana regen is like 3 times the rate of our health regen, which is nuts. Even though we're not a priest. So just sitting here out of combat doing nothing. Well, not out of combat, but... got our Songflower buff. And this is why having a bank alt is nice, because then you could buy like the kind of lower tier potions and scrolls and have some Songflower up and have some real fun in here. Enjoy the music while we wait for the Goblin. People having PTSD because they said my keyboard was too bright and flashy. So I put more bright and flashy things on the screen. I think it's going to work great. I think this is the way to... Oh yeah. It's going to be real sharp. Alright, here he comes. And Dragon Gun, and it lasts forever. Doom, Siphon Life, Corruption, Immolate, Life Tap, and then Shadow Spam. Basically go until you need to reapply Corruption or a crit, and then get a Shadow Bolt out, and then reapply Siphon, Drain Tank, wait for Corruption, reapply, get another Immolate up in there.
You're listening to a state of trance.
Drain Tank. Oh, there we go. 15 seconds on the gun, Shadow Trans, but we might not even need it. So yeah, that was within the time of a single Doom tick. And if I had applied a Corruption instead of, if I had applied Agony instead of Doom, I would have taken him down faster. So I think I'm going to start doing that. Okay, so now we eat and drink. For those just who have extra buttons and stuff and want your Skull, Moon, Cross, Shield, all that stuff, you can throw them on here, or on Alt, these. Very easy to have instead of having to right click and do shit. Some people have some stream decks for extra macro buttons, some people use their MOBA mouses, some people just click. I used to, well, I still click a lot. But I finally did set up all my key bindings and crap like that I'd just been avoiding because I was leveling. Alright, here we go. Doom. You know, it's real bad news when they resist Doom and you're like, well, that's pretty fucked because it's got a minute cooldown before I can use it again. Okay, here comes the Gaze. We're waiting on the Dust Field. Pull the pet back, pull the pet back. Get as many Shadow Bolts as we can. As many as we can. Ring the bell. Heal the pet. Death Coil. Potion. Out of here. That's why you keep the fucking Hellstone. Kind of a waste of the potion.
Hello there.
Okay, good. She got hit by Curse of Doom. Another Dust Field. I killed the pet, but we got... oh, out of mana. Doesn't matter. Shadow Trance. Jump. Kobe. Oh, and another Shadow Trance right at the end. Down after 1 minute, 21 seconds. Record is 1 minute, 78 seconds. So 1.078. Basically, I killed her within a single Doom tick. And I'm able to kill the Goblin without even needing Doom to tick. So I think we're going to use Agony next time. Alright, so that's your 2-boss run done in, yet again, another, 10 minutes or so. And at that point, we would log out. We would reapply our... We'd get a stone up, get all your health stones and stuff, if you need some. Food buff. Drink and eat. Food buff with an extra 10 stamina. 100 HP right there. And then we log out. And then we'd reset it and go. I don't want to run all the way back for that one mushroom. We're going to do the mushroom run next. So, now, if you have herbalism, we're going to be doing the 3-boss run and mushroom picking all over the caverns. And I'll show you all the spots. So that was the 2-boss speed run without herbalism. If you're just looking for shit to sell, do that. Log into get a bank alt with you, and then hit the auction hall in between, and then write down your times so that you can keep your lockout good to go. Man, I want my Nemesis helm. Ooh, I want that so bad. But yeah, you don't want to be running more than 5 times in 1 hour, so be sure to track your times and just use your bank alt to, soak the difference if you need to. Oh yeah, my mechanical chicken. Oh, and my savory delight. Savory delights. Yes, yes. Nice, nice, nice. Shadow Power Pots were 4 or 5 gold, but looks like they stabilized around 4 each now. Yeah, they were getting crazy expensive, which is why you'd potentially want to have herbalism over everything else, but I think they're going to spike again next week whenever Mardon drops, and every warlock on the server is going to need 10 Shadow Elixirs to get their mount. And by the way, again, there's been some misinformation on a bunch of videos. Like Punk Rat, like Mad Show Season, all their Warlock Epic Quest stuff is based off of wrong Wowhead pages. This is the list. Elixir Shadow Power times 10, Large Brilliant times 6, Dark Iron Ore times 25, Black Dragon Scale times 35, 3 Arcanite bars, and then all of this stuff you have to buy, and this is a quest item. So, I got all my stuff right here. My Black Dragon Scales, I got some extra. I need to get my Thorium bars enchanted. The bad thing about my server is that... Oh, got my reset ready. The bad thing about my server is that Horde hasn't had a Lionheart helm, literally up until 3 days ago. And then the day before that, they announced Mardon. So, all of a sudden, Arcanite bars have gone through the roof, like 75, 80 gold a pop, you know? Fucking Arcane Crystals are like 40 to 50 gold each. It is insane. So, and then Black Dragon Scales spiked too, like it hit both the Warlocks and all the Fury Warriors really, really hard over on Kargath. Pretty shitty. But yeah, this is the list for the Warlock Epic Mount. Take it in. Because every other source goes to... Let me pull it up here. Even the Warlock Epic Mount Quest Guide, shopping list. It says it all right here. That's the good stuff. Okay, but if we actually go, that's his Warcraft Tavern and stuff, but if we actually go, type in Google, WoW Classic Epic Mount, Warlock, don't forget that. Oh look, it says 3 Black Dragon Scales, 1 Arcanite Bar, 2 Shadow Power Elixirs, 25 Dark Iron Ore, and 6 Large Brills. Huh, that's different. That is way less than 10, 6, 25, 35, and 3. That is a crazy disparity. And then you go to here, oh, that's Wowhead's official actual guide. You will need 3 Black Dragon Scales, 1 Arcanite Bar, 2 Elixirs of Shadow Power, not 10. So yeah, this is for the updated actual, I guess, Cataclysm version of the quest or so, where it was a lot easier due to the fact that nobody was making Arcanite because nobody needed a Lionheart Helm, and it was harder to get, you know, mushrooms for Shadow Pot, so they decreased all that and they made it just easier in general, more accessible, however you want to put it. But basically, there's a lot of misinformation going around on how to get your Warlock Epic mount, and all the videos and guides online on YouTube are saying the wrong things. So I'm saying it first, get your stuff and get it right. Get it before next week. Don't pay now or pay more later. That's all I gotta say.